Hello guys, Messenger and F here. We are back as again with some more Pokemon Battle Revolution. It's time for the Neon Colosseum, level 50, rank 8. We are almost done with this game. That means the world's greatest trainer tournament is coming soon. We have another competitor here today. They were a competitor in the Hoenn Conference. They considered themselves a rival to the trainer known as Ash Ketchum. Today I'd like to introduce Morrison's team. He's been training hard, he's upgraded his Pokemon and made them stronger. Maybe this time he has what it takes to win the world's greatest trainer tournament coming soon. However, Traveling Lady Kayla seems to have a pretty formidable team. Morrison gets Kyogre as the opponent gets Iron Giant. Morrison gets Groudon as the opponent gets Giratina. And Morrison gets Swampert as the opponent gets Snorlax. This should be an interesting battle indeed, folks. Two legendaries, will they be enough to get them a win here?
Neon Colosseum.
Or will Morrison be eliminated right away by Kayla? Start off with Kyogre versus Iron Giant.
They're ready to battle and are awaiting their trainer's orders.
They might show out speed and they go for the agility. However, Kyogre goes for a calm mind. Seems to be calm in the face of a Metagross.
I wonder how this is going to affect.
Here comes a Thunder Punch, though. It hits. It does a lot of damage, but Kyogre's able to hold on. Kyogre goes for a second Calm Mind, boosting his stats even further. The rain continues to pour on the battlefield. So out comes another Thunder Punch from Iron Giant. It hits, but Kyogre is able to hold on. Kyogre goes for a Surf. It's at +2 in the rain. And Metagross goes down.
Taken down by an intense blow.
So far that makes this a 3 versus 2 fight, folks. If you haven't seen the previous World's Greatest Trainer Tournament, I highly recommend you check it out. It was absolutely insane. However, now we have Giratina on the battlefield.
The blue corner has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon.
Giratina goes for Shadow Force and disappears. Kyogre, however, goes for the rest. It regains itself and wakes up thanks to a berry. Resto Chesto strategy with a +2 could be quite nasty.
Giratina.
Here comes Shadow Force. It hits, but Kyogre's able to weather the storm and take the hit. It responds with an ancient power.
The battle is getting intense.
And it does a tiny amount of damage despite being at +2. This could be bad, folks.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take
Giratina goes for a Toxic. Oh dear. That is going to put Kyogre on the timer. As Kyogre goes for a Calm Mind again. Moving it to +3. A poison is going to be a problem, especially if Giratina keeps disappearing. As Kyogre loses some HP thanks to the poison.
Kyogre seems to be in pain. This could get dangerous if it lasts too long.
It goes for the Shadow Force. As Morrison orders another Calm Mind, knowing he won't be able to hit his opponent. This is getting dangerous though. As Giratina is regenerating its HP as we speak.
The damage caused by
Poison continues to increase.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Here comes Giratina with a Shadow Force. It hits! But Kyogre's able to hold on. Kyogre goes for another ancient power. It hits! It does a decent jump, but it's not enough. Giratina restores more HP. As Kyogre loses even more.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see?
Another Shadow Force. But Kyogre goes for the rest. That will get rid of the poison and remove it from the timer. But it means that Kyogre will be unable to act. Giratina regenerates more HP. Giratina comes free with a Shadow Force. It hits! But Kyogre's able to weather the storm. However, Kyogre does stay fast asleep. As Giratina continues to regenerate more HP.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Aura Sphere comes out this time. It hits, but it only does a tiny amount of damage to the Kyogre.
The blue corner still can't move.
Giratina does, however, regenerate more health.
The battle rages on. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Giratina disappears once again. As Kyogre wakes up and goes for the surf, but there's no opponent to be found.
The move fails.
Will any of them be able to gain an inch going forward?
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we
Giratina comes out the shadows with Shadow Force. It hits! As Kyogre responds with an ancient power, if it gets a stat boost, that could be huge! However, there is no stat boost to be found.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Giratina goes to the Toxic once again.
Ow! It was badly poisoned.
As it becomes badly poisoned, Kyogre goes for a Surf. Hoping to take advantage of the rain and its special attack boost.
Fierce blow. It's a direct...
It does a lot, despite not being very effective. Giratina regenerates more HP. As Kyogre is really starting to feel the hurt.
The battle rages on. Which corner will make the attack that could change?
Giratina disappears into its Shadow Dimension once again, but Kyogre goes for a rest to get rid of the poison. By the looks of things, Giratina will be going down shortly, as there's nothing it can do to break through this wall of the Kyogre. There's an incredibly annoying moveset the opponent has to deal with, but Morrison is taking good advantage of it.
Concentration is certainly being tested.
Out comes Giratina with a Shadow Force. It hits! Kyogre holds on. Kyogre, however, does stay asleep and is unable to move. Giratina gets more HP back.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to
Out
see
comes
next?
Aura Sphere.
A light hit.
It's a light hit, but it's not enough.
The blue corner still can't
However,
move.
Surf is unable to be landed as Kyogre stays fast asleep. Giratina is continuing to regenerate HP, munching
Neither
on those
corner has made a
leftovers.
decisive attack yet.
Kyogre needs to wake up soon as another Aura Sphere hits.
It hits.
But it does a pitiful amount of damage.
It woke up.
The Kyogre wakes up, it goes for the Surf, will it be enough? It is, and gone goes the Giratina.
It went down.
Morrison is now in a 3 versus 1 situation. He very well may get a perfect continue, folks, which could be huge in case he fails to win a battle further in this Colosseum.
Snorlax is sent out.
Well then, now we have a bulky wall in Snorlax. As Kyogre is going to outspeed and goes for the Surf. It's a +4.
By Surf.
And Snorlax just simply goes down. Morrison makes his way through the first battle with a perfect continue point. Morrison showing he has what it takes to be here in the World's Greatest Training Tournament coming soon by winning his first battle flawlessly. Next up, we have the leader in training, Jessica. He gets Gliscor as the opponent gets Arcanine. He gets Metagross as the opponent gets Entei. He gets Swampert as the opponent gets Venusaur. This should be simply fascinating, folks. Who will win this battle? Can Morrison get himself another perfect continue? So far, he's gone strong through the first battle. Well, this is the leader in training. He may not be able to do it this time. I've got to prevent the Intimidate from the Arcanine.
Illuminated by the beautiful neon light, an exciting battle is about to begin.
Gliscor goes for the Earthquake. It hits! And Arcanine goes down immediately. Out comes Entei. It begins to exert its pressure on the battlefield. Gliscor goes for an Ice Fang for whatever reason. Totally not my fault for messing up like an idiot.
This is not a favorable matchup.
Entei goes for the Stone Edge. It hits, it's a critical hit. But Gliscor is able to hold on.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this.
Gliscor goes for the Roost, regenerating its HP. Entei goes for another Stone Edge. However, it's now only a ground type thanks to that Roost, meaning it's not very effective. Gliscor goes to the Swords Dance, boosting its offensive stats.
It's attack rose.
As Entei manages to land a third Stone Edge in a row, despite not being very accurate, but Gliscor's able to hold on. Gliscor regenerates some HP. This time Gliscor goes for the Earthquake.
Earthquake tears open the ground.
And Entei goes down.
A huge amount of damage. It's
Morrison
down.
so far has been dominant since starting. Will he be able to keep this up further on in the Colosseum? There is one Pokemon left, however. Maybe they can bring him down.
Venusaur is
Out comes
The
Venusaur.
end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
Gliscor goes for an Earthquake. It hits.
The red corner.
And Venusaur's barely able to hold on. Will he be able to come back with a vengeance? It goes for a Leaf Storm.
Torn up by
It's neutral. And Gliscor goes down. No perfect continue for Morrison. However, the White Herb will prop for Venusaur.
intense blow.
Meaning it's not lost any stats at all.
Metagross
Next up,
is
out
sent
comes
out.
Metagross.
Venusaur desperately holds on.
Metagross goes for the Earthquake. And with that, Venusaur will definitely go down. He doesn't have the HP to hold on.
It couldn't take him. It's down.
Morrison is sadly stolen of his opportunity from getting the perfect continue again. But he has been dominant so far in this competition. Will he be able to keep it up? Who knows? Jessica's disheartened about becoming a Colosseum leader. As Morrison moves on to the next round. I'm going to go grab me a drink, folks, because I'm an idiot and I forgot to get one before we started recording. Okay, I'm back, folks. Dr. Pepper in hand. We're ready to continue. Next we have Swimming Club member Barrett. Morrison gets Kyogre as the opponent gets Suicune. Morrison gets Giratina as the opponent gets Gliscor. Morrison gets Swampert as the opponent gets Arcanine. Here we are on to Battle 3. As Barrett asks Morrison to join the swimming club, but they don't seem like someone who likes to swim very much.
It's now pouring rain in the Colosseum.
Suicune exerts its pressure.
This is an important battle for both trainers. Neither side can afford to give up in this battle.
As Kyogre goes for the Thunder in the rain, but a Wackenberry may save Suicune from being eliminated here. It connects, and Suicune is able to hold on. Suicune goes for the Calm Mind. An interesting choice indeed. As rain continues to fall on the battlefield.
Here in the Colosseum is tense.
Another Thunder comes from the Kyogre. Thanks to the rain, it's 100% accurate, but Suicune's able to hold on despite that, thanks to the Calm Mind. It goes for a Surf. It hits with a critical hit! And that almost devastates the Kyogre. What an insane comeback from that Suicune. As Kyogre goes for a Thunder once again. And Suicune gets decimated.
It went down.
So far it's a 3 versus 2 situation now thanks to Morrison. Picking up that Kyogre. Next comes out Gliscor.
The blue corner has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon.
However, there is a Choice Scarf on the Kyogre. Interesting.
The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Kyogre is recalled. And out comes Swampert. Gliscor goes for the Earthquake. It hits. That does a good chunk of damage to Swampert, but it's able to hold on. Swampert restores health thanks to some leftovers.
It's pouring rain in the Colosseum. I wonder how this is going
As
to
Gliscor goes for the Swords Dance.
It's attack rose.
Swampert goes for the Rain Boosted Waterfall. It hits. And Gliscor goes down.
A huge amount of damage. It's down.
Out comes Arcanine as the last Pokemon. It looks like this battle is now over.
Arcanine is sent out.
The Intimidate does go off, however, cutting down Swampert's
Battle
attack.
has reached its final stage.
Arcanine goes for the Sunny Day to get rid of the rain.
Intensify.
Swampert goes for the Earthquake. It hits!
The red corner.
As Arcanine is able to weather the hit thanks to that Intimidate and restore some HP with a Citrus Berry. Arcanine goes to the Morning Sun to regenerate its HP. And that's going to put it back at full health. Another Earthquake. It hits. As Arcanine is able to hold on once again.
Arcanine desperately holds on.
Another Morning Sun. As Arcanine gets a lot of HP back. Another Earthquake from the Swampert.
Earthquake tears open the ground.
And that's going to take the Arcanine down. And Morrison has been dominant so far. 3 trainers in. He is now at a second pivot continue point.
And match.
This is an insane showing from Morrison. Maybe he does have what it takes to become the world's greatest trainer. I have a feeling Morrison is going to be a tough one to beat in the world's greatest trainer tournament coming soon. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and tune in into those future events. Next up is Pikachu fan Alyssa. Morrison snags Kyogre. As the opponent gets Electivire. Morrison snags Swampert. As the opponent gets Iron Giant. As Morrison grabs Gliscor. And the opponent grabs Regirock. Here we are with Battle 4, folks. Can Morrison continue to be dominant? Or will this be where he finally loses a battle? We have Kyogre versus Electivire.
Now pouring rain.
A very bad matchup for Morrison here.
From the blue corner, Kyogre. And from the red corner, Electivire. Such energy. The blue corner.
However, Kyogre is going to be recalled to its Pokeball. As Morrison sends out Gliscor.
And now,
Electivire goes for a Thunder Punch. But unfortunately, it's not going to be able to hit the ground type.
do anything. The situation is a bit of a stalemate. It's a mental tug of war as they
Gliscor goes to the Swords Dance. Boosting its attack.
Its attack rose.
Electivire has the Ice Punch though. That's Vortex super effective.
Bam!
Morrison make a mistake? He did as Gliscor goes down.
A huge amount of damage. It's down.
It's unfortunately for Morrison. He took a gamble and he lost his Pokemon. That makes it a 3 versus 2 situation to the opponent. As this time out comes Swampert.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see next?
Electivire goes for an Earthquake. It hits! It's a critical hit!
Direct hit.
But Swampert's able to hold on. Swampert responds with an Earthquake of its own.
Earthquake
It hits!
on the ground.
And Electivire goes down.
Huge amount of damage. It's down.
Swampert restores some HP with its leftovers. As out comes Morrison's Metagross. Will it be able to bring down Swampert before it causes too much damage? It goes for the agility, boosting its speed.
Speed rose.
Swampert goes for the Earthquake. It hits!
The red corner.
But, oh my gosh, Metagross holds on.
Swampert restored its
Swampert
health.
gets more HP back. Will Metagross be able to take him down?
The Colosseum. I wonder how this is going to affect the
Metagross
battle.
goes for the Earthquake. It hits!
The blue corner
But
is
Swampert's
under
able to
great
hold
pressure.
on. Swampert goes for the Earthquake. And that's going to bring the Metagross down.
It couldn't take it. It's
It's now a 2 versus 1 situation, but Swampert isn't looking too healthy. And we know the last Pokemon the opponent have is Regirock. It looks to be a very bad matchup with two water types on their team.
Regirock is sent out. The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
Swampert goes for the waterfall. It's faster in the rain. It hits. But even though it has a huge defense stat, Regirock goes down.
By an intense blow.
Morrison has been absolutely dominant so far, folks. Battle 4. And he's barely lost any Pokemon during this journey.
The blue corner pulled off an impressive victory.
How long will Morrison be able to keep this up, I wonder? As Alyssa throws a tantrum for losing the battle. We move on to Battle 5 against Lone Wolf Herbert. Morrison snags Swampert as the opponent gets Lucario. Morrison gets Palkia. The opponent gets Arcanine. Morrison gets Regice. And the opponent gets Girafarig. Here we are with Battle 5, folks. Will Morrison have another dominant display? Or will Herbert be able to win? He does wonder if he can. I guess time will
From the
tell.
blue corner, Swampert. And from the red corner, Lucario.
Lucario goes for an Aura Sphere. It hits! As Swampert takes a lot of damage, but is not taken down. Swampert responds with an Earthquake.
Earthquake tears open the ground.
And down goes the Lucario. Swampert regenerates some HP with some leftovers. As the opponent sends out Arcanine.
The red corner has already taken some serious damage, but there is always a
Arcanine
chance of
goes for a sunny day, removing the ability to use water moves. But Morrison knows that too well and just goes for the Earthquake.
The red corner barely holds on.
Arcanine's able to hold on. It survives with the help of a lovely citrus berry. It's able to get some HP back, but will it be enough?
Restored its health.
Swampert also gains more HP back. Arcanine goes to the Morning Sun, restoring its HP. We've already seen the strategy in use as Arcanine goes back to full. Another Earthquake comes out from the Swampert.
Fierce blow. It's a direct hit.
Arcanine is in trouble, it's on low HP. It doesn't seem like the opponent wants to go for an offensive move, but it looks like they might not have no choice.
Neon Colosseum is blinding. I wonder how this is going to
Arcanine goes for another Morning Sun. However, we've seen this before, folks, and this time Swampert will take it down surely.
Earthquake tears open the ground.
And it does as down goes the Arcanine.
It's down.
They do have a -1 attack though, so maybe the third Pokemon may be able to do something. The Swampert regenerates even more HP thanks to its leftovers.
Girafarig is
Next
sent
up
out.
is Girafarig. Girafarig goes for the agility,
Its speed
boosting
rose.
its speed. Swampert goes for a waterfall.
Oh!
It hits! But Girafarig barely takes any damage thanks to the sun. Swampert does, however, get some leftovers back.
The battle has reached its final stage.
Girafarig goes for a Psychic.
Original.
It hits! It does a good amount of damage to the Swampert.
Its special defense.
Swampert gets his special defense dropped. That could be huge. Earthquake comes out.
The battle is
It
getting
hits! But Girafarig is able to hold on. Sunlight fades.
The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking. The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Morrison makes a switch. And out comes Regice. Jeffrey goes for a psychic again. It hits. But it only does a small amount of damage thanks to the special defense of Regice being so huge. Jeffrey goes for a psychic again. It hits. Regice is able to hold on. As it manages to land a toxic, that is bad news for the opponent.
Ow! It was badly poisoned.
Jeffrey is badly poisoned now. Jeffrey goes for another psychic. He needs a crit. He gets it! But Regice is still able to hold on. This is crazy. Out comes Charge Beam. It hits and does a small amount of damage to the draft rig, but it's not enough. However, they do get a special attack boost. The draft rig feels the pain of that poison and ends up going down. Morrison, so far, has 3 perfect continue points. He has been incredibly dominant in this Colosseum. This is insane. Herbert expected to lose. I guess he saw Morrison's previous fights and realized it was over before the battle begins. However, if you don't give your all, and you accept defeat before the battle's even started, can you truly win anyway? Next up is Expedition member Cassidy. Morrison gets Swampert as the opponent gets Arcanine. Morrison gets Gliscor. The opponent gets Steelix. Morrison gets Palkia as the opponent gets Venusaur. Will Morrison be able to win once again with a dominant victory? Or will he struggle this time? We're in the semi-finals. Cassidy's taking a break from exploring, but likes the atmosphere in this Colosseum. Arcanine gets off the Intimidate.
This is an important battle for both trainers. It's time to think about a cautious battle strategy.
As Swampert switches out, back to its Pokeball. Out comes Palkia. A wise choice of water and dragon type versus a fire type. What will Arcanine be able to do? Goes for a Flare Blitz. It's not very effective, 4 times resisted. Palkia eats that hit like it's nothing. However, Arcanine will suffer some recoil.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Arcanine goes for an extreme speed instead, outspeeding the giant dragon and water type, but unfortunately it's not enough as Palkia goes for a Surf. It hits! As Arcanine goes down.
It's down.
Next up is Steelix. Will Steelix be able to mount an offensive here?
Has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon. But we still
Palkia goes for the Surf. Steelix's low special defense is a critical hit and is immediately going to go down.
by an intense blow.
Morrison sure knows what he's doing here, folks. He's been incredibly dominant. The opponent's down to their last Pokemon already. Palkia goes for a Spatial Rend!
Fierce blow. Such amazing
As
power.
Venusaur's able to hold on. Venusaur goes for a Leaf Storm, but unfortunately it's going to miss. Palkia goes for his signature once again, Spatial Rend, and that's going to bring the Venusaur down. Morrison has dominated every single battle so far. Barely losing any Pokemon. I think he's lost like 3 Pokemon in this whole entire Colosseum. This is insane, folks. Morrison is not playing around. And he definitely intends to win the World's Greatest Trainer tournament that's coming soon. Will you be voting and cheering on Morrison? Do you think he has what it takes? Let me know in the comments down below as we're up against the Colosseum leader, Rosie. Morrison gets Crobat as the opponent gets Snorlax. Morrison gets Swampert as the opponent gets Iron Giant. Morrison gets Raikou as the opponent gets Gliscor. Will this finally be a battle that he finally loses? Will he have to use a perfect continue point? Here in the final? Time will tell. You never know what could happen in this Colosseum with the randomization of the spinning wheel.
From the blue corner,
It may not have been in his favor this time.
from the red corner, Snorlax.
Crobat goes for a cross poison.
Begins. The blue corner makes the first attack.
It hits and does a decent chance of Snorlax, but it's not enough. The Snorlax retaliates with a body slam.
The battle is getting intense.
Crobat takes a solid chunk of damage, but it's able to hold on.
It's a mental tug of war as they anticipate each other's moves.
Another cross poison from Crobat. It hits, but it's not enough to bring down the Snorlax. Snorlax goes for a belly drum, boosting its attack. This may have been a devastating mistake because Crobat definitely outspeeds. And they may have just offered their Snorlax on a silver platter for the Crobat to devour with another cross poison. Snorlax is down. I think it's a 3 versus 2 situation. Next up is Metagross.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Crobat goes for an X-Scissor.
Solid.
It hits, but it doesn't do much damage to the Iron Giant that is Metagross. Metagross responds with a Thunder Punch.
Bam!
It hits, and down Crobat goes.
Taken down by an intense blow.
It's now a 2 versus 2 situation. Out comes Raikou.
In terms of the number of remaining Pokemon, it's an even 50-50. Who will be
Raikou goes for a Thunderbolt. It hits, but Metagross is able to hold on. Metagross goes for the Earthquake. Will it be able to bring down Raikou? And down it goes. It's now a 2 versus 1 in the opponent's favor. Morrison is down to his last Pokemon. Out comes Swampert. Metagross goes for the agility, a strange choice. As Swampert goes for a waterfall. Probably the wrong choice of move, but it may be enough. It is as Metagross goes down.
It's down.
This is right down to the wire, folks. Rosie's down to her last Pokemon and Swampert is perfectly healthy. As out comes Gliscor.
The last Pokemon from each team will take the field. Both corners are in a
Gliscor goes for a Swords Dance.
keeps gaining stats.
However, out comes an Ice Punch from the Swampert. It hits. Vortex super effective, but Gliscor holds on.
Gliscor.
This is crazy.
Gliscor desperately holds on.
Gliscor goes for a Roost. Out comes Waterfall from Swampert. Maybe he should have gone for an Ice Punch.
Slammed him.
No! Gliscor goes down!
Taken down by an intense blow.
Morrison coming through and beating the Colosseum for rank 8 in the level 50 bracket.
The challenger won.
What a dominant performance! Maybe there was a reason why he took part in the Hoenn Conference. Or why he considered Ash to be his rival. He's shown he has the medal, he has the power, and he has what it takes to be a member of the world's greatest trainer tournament. He's outperformed many of the gym leaders and champions that have come through to show they have what it takes. You cleared Neon Colosseum, congratulations! 3,900 points to give to the Wolf Green Neon Colosseum Fortune Battle. Well, now continue a great time in Pelotopia, and with that, we're going to call the episode here. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Were you surprised by Morrison's performance in this Colosseum? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think he has a chance of winning? Also, let me know in the comments down below. With that said, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Peace. That was insane.
Yeah, they call me Dog Rod Boss, the mad boss, the savage with the Gyarados. As I will make you blast off harder than your last loss. Teach you a lesson like your world, bunch of dog.